So me and Feb were bored and I was scrolling through YouTube until I found this video by wifies and it's called This Minecraft World is Alive. So me and Feb got our snacks like you should do and hopped on to watch this video. Alright chat, this is This Minecraft World is Alive. 24 minutes, let's go bro. Come on, are you ready bro? Did y'all grab your snacks? Okay. Yeah, he got a soundboard. Anyway, we got some snacks, you're about to watch this, come on bro.
Yep, I'm hugging my chips right now.
2 years.
What the frick?
Doesn't matter.
I
I'll
thought it-
spend 2 more years.
Yo!
Or however many it takes
What is happening?
Have
to
no
make
idea.
you a perfect game. I wished so badly to make it all come true for you, but I didn't know how. But now I do. I know in my heart you would have loved what I've built, and I need someone, something, to experience that love if you cannot.
What, bro? But this is like the world is alive, bro.
The audio you just heard is taken directly from the YouTube channel Snippets. The account describes itself as a collection of media focusing strangest and most disturbing I've ever seen, and the first of them, Loose End, is no exception. It's rickety quality footage of someone opening what looks like a strange bonus chest on a stone world before turning around and jumping into a totally dark portal. But their behavior is odd, as if they've done this all before. They preemptively drink fire resistance as if somehow knowing they'd immediately fall into lava, and then, seemingly unfazed, they mine downwards before finally piercing the bottom layer of whatever ocean they're in and falling into some sort of winter wonderland with a purple sky and strange red flowers. They walk around and the video ends there. What we just saw was weird, but it isn't the biggest mystery to solve here. The description provides a little bit of context. What we just watched was a playtest of a custom Minecraft client by a tester named Dante. Apparently, nothing else could be done after he fell in. But that line is strange, right? It implies that there's some sort of goal here. It strikes me as odd that this video is called Loose End, and even more so than that, it's in a playlist called Duds. It's almost like Dante is searching for something, but can't seem to find it just yet. And though we don't know exactly what he could be looking for, one thing is for certain, this strange Minecraft client is hiding something, but things are about to drastically change as we take a look at video number 2, Strange Situation. Dante stumbles across a white mass of weirdly shaped blocks in the form of what could be a gate of sorts. He breaks one and we see that it's called Whitroom, but suddenly something is off. This isn't Dante. In the previous video, Dante's hand looked like this, and the skin we see now bears no resemblance whatsoever. We're watching someone else. They briefly hover over an odd hook-shaped item called Tassite, though evidently it does have a purpose, as the player then uses it on Whitroom and suddenly a portal ignites. The player is alarmed, and immediately afterwards, we get this.
What?
Bro, what?
When I press T,
my ears.
Oh, my ear.
Finds themselves in a strange white world with random dings and a high-pitched noise playing in the background. They come across a house, but before they can go in, the video ends there. Given how calculated Dante was in the first test, anticipating lava before it even happened, it's weird that this tester seemed so surprised by everything in this playthrough. The description is also odd. Apparently this Let's Play is promising, but why? This further confirms that there's something the makers of this client are searching for in the game, something this channel isn't telling us and maybe not telling its playtesters either. And all that's not even to question what this house is doing here and what the odd noises mean, but I promise things are about to get much more interesting, because the next video, Conflicted, is only 30 seconds but by far the most cryptic thing we've seen yet. The tester resumes exactly where they left off and enters the house. Inside is only a button, and as they go to press it, we get this.
Oh my god.
God damn. Oh, stop.
Yo, what?
The static in the background stops, and we can hear the sound of a human heart start to beat. But just mere seconds after, the game seems to collapse, and the player gets reset to outside the house. Funny enough, we only realized what the button did after the recording. Sorry, what? In these 30 seconds, it's obvious that something is very, very wrong with this modded client. It isn't just some innocent developer's project. There's definitely something hiding beneath the surface. I mean, you don't just have a beating human heart playing in your everyday Minecraft version. This place means something more, and the house and white dimension are very clearly important to what they're trying to find. But the only way we can get more answers is to keep watching the videos. The next video, Loose End 2, features a player with the same missing texture skin as the one from before, but this time they aren't anonymous, and we learn that their name is Mick. He seems to be stuck in some sort of non-linear tunnel with odd particles splashing below him, though try as he might to sprint down this hallway, he isn't making any progress. It seems to be never ending, until finally it does end. Mick drops down a hole, sees this strange face, and the video bugs out and ends there.
What?
The video doesn't tell us much besides maybe putting a name to the skin, but it's weird that this one is also called Loose End. Somehow this video has something in common with the first one. Both of them failed to find the objective of this client. To uncover the truth of what that is though, we have to keep searching. But the next video is so strange, I can hardly even call it Minecraft anymore. Everything is warped and discolored to such an insane degree, it feels like a different game completely. This is direct audio from the video. At one point, the screen flashes an image of what looks like a
I'm back.
The video just continues as if nothing had happened. As the player continues to walk around this foreign landscape, we get 3 more subsequent image flashes. This thing, which could be a bush, I guess, a clear image of the face that crashed the previous recording, and this, which is just totally illegible. It seems like maybe it could be a set of bars, but I have no idea. But while that's the end of this weird upload, it isn't where the mysteries of this footage end. If we look into the video's tags, we can see 2 things: Homeland and Dodgood. Homeland means homeland, but Dodgood is not an English word. The most similar translation is from Norwegian, in which a similar phrase translates to God of Death. So are these tags trying to say that this weird landscape is the homeland of the God of Death? That seems like a stretch, but looking back at the previous 3 videos, we can see that they also all have hidden messages in their tags as well. We are not empty, Silentio, which either means silence or implicit, and Dodgood once again. The only interpretation I can possibly draw is that both the videos that have Dodgood in their tags are the 2 videos that showcase this face. I'm not saying that this face is the Norwegian God of Death, because that sounds like nonsense, but this translation may be more accurate than you think it is. And to figure out why, we have to go back to the white dimension, because this video was the last of the loose ends. From now on, the testers of this client, whatever they're trying to find, are on the right track. It looks like we're back to the anonymous tester we were watching before, who may or may not be Mick, but for reasons that will soon be obvious, I'll call him Chester. It seems that Chester has settled in the Whitroo dimension, but as it turns out, it wasn't by choice. His little encampment in front of the house is exactly where the portal was in the previous video, meaning that, as the title suggests, he's stranded. In the background, we can hear a human heart slowly beating. Chester walks away from the house, but quickly runs into another mass of white blocks in the shape of a collapsed house. As he approaches it, the words "all gone" come across the screen. He notices a little chest inside the house and starts digging around it. While he does though, the text "you need us" also appears. Chester puts apples from his chest into his inventory and leaves the house before running back to his own. He stares at the original house, and suddenly the heartbeat that has been playing for the entire episode stops cold. It stays dead silent like this for a while until the video ends. What this Whitroo dimension is, why it has a heartbeat, and what the goal of this client is in the first place are by far the biggest mysteries we have at hand. But for the first time, the description actually gives us some insight into what's going on. I'm going to get the crew together in a few days, although I hate to pull you away from this dream world you have going. This is evidently part of a conversation, and we learn something very important about the dynamic of people involved here. From this line alone, with no other context, context, we know that there exists a group of friends, but one of them is stuck in some sort of dream world, or at least seems to be stuck, and his friends are trying to pull him out to meet with him again. But why and how this connects to what we're watching now, we
Hold on,
don't
what if
know
they're
yet.
actually
We
using
just
the
have to
players as like a
The subject?
no, not this subject, like a machine to keep someone alive. You know, the heartbeat, right? That
I don't
like
know.
what if we have to like stay there? You know, like the player has to.
I mean, it says the Minecraft world is alive, so that means the heart breathing is the world. Because it's alive, you know?
searching. The next video, Broadcast, is the weirdest one we've seen yet, and that's saying a lot. The footage begins with extremely loud static playing over a piano while someone crawls through a dirt tunnel.
Yo, what?
Before suddenly, it cuts, and it's a virtual reality-esque view of the Whitroot dimension. We can barely make out the inventory and see that it's the same as Chester's, and in the next snippet of footage, we can see it was actually him who boarded up the house door. The screen cuts to black again, and the same images we saw flash in the Loose End 3 video now appear on screen for a second time.
Oh.
The static then suddenly stops before we see
Time
a
is
red
related
sun
here
and
too.
the same smiling
Like time
face
travel.
of the Norwegian
Yeah, I guess.
god of death.
Because
I
like
don't
Chester
have to
does
tell
not
you that
remember
this
that.
video is hard to understand. If we're going full symbolic here, the dirt tunnel may be a metaphor for someone feeling stuck, trapped by circumstance, though the implication that Chester is the one who boarded up the house and the weird reflashing of the images doesn't really tell us anything, besides maybe the fact that this smiling face is a lot more relevant than we might have thought. The description of the video is just as concerning as the footage, and seems to be a conversation between the same two friends we saw last time. What the hell is this? Listen, you need to start talking to me again. Just because you're out of town for a week doesn't mean you get to ghost all of us and put things up without telling me. If I had to guess, the person talking is the same friend who was trying to get the crew together in the last video. The friend stuck in a dream world is becoming less and less responsive, and if the tags are to be trusted, they're slowly being exiled from their friend group. We're learning about two stories at once here. One, the strange client exploration we've been watching on screen, and the other about a group of friends that we've been learning about through the description. How they're related is yet to be revealed, but we know that something big is coming. The next video, Umbral, begins with the text output interrupted, and the description yet again continues our friend group's conversation. Where have you been? It's almost like we're in an inverted version of the Whitroot dimension, except now as Chester
what?
explores, we come
What the
across
hell?
these
What's that?
horrifying
They look like-
monster things.
Oh, do
we
what?
know it's still
Llamas?
Chester
Yeah.
because his inventory
With, like,
is the
weird
same,
face.
but how he got here is unknown. The
Are those
screen
teeth?
is
Yeah, I
tilted
think those are teeth.
Yeah.
naturally, and a few seconds in, we hear a weird music box-like noise before the footage bugs out and cuts.
Yo.
It resumes and Chester has taken damage, but also stumbled across a strange structure. We hear a damage-taking noise in the distance before Chester loops around and begins breaking the bars to let something out or get in himself. But before he can, the video bugs and ends, with the message output interrupted once again. We don't get a great look at what exactly was inside this cage, but
That
it
looks
seems
like a
like a flower,
Plant or something.
Looks like a what?
A plant.
or maybe
I
a
guess.
vine. Though there are plenty of other questions like, what are the weird mobs watching us? What is this new dimension? And how did Chester even get here? But perhaps, and most importantly, is this thing in the cage the thing that Chester was looking for all this time? The whole objective of this client. Did he finally find it? Let's review the story so far. After a few failed attempts or loose ends by other playtesters, our main character, Chester, successfully makes it to the Whitroot dimension, a foreign, alien-like white world with a mysterious house and the noise of by the collapsed base that he found. Maybe he wasn't the first one here either. One detail that throws me off is the anonymous player in Strange Situation has the same skin as the playtester Mick from the Loose End video, but suddenly in the video Stranded, they have the same inventory but a different skin. So are Mick and Chester one and the same, or did Chester just change his skin from the missing texture one to a chest midway through his playthrough? Either way, once Chester gets to the Whitroot dimension, he hits a button and gets himself stranded. The portal that took him game there is now gone. Chester's involvement in making the strange house and boarding it up should be questioned after watching broadcast, but regardless, after somehow accessing this new umbral dimension, maybe Chester finally succeeded in finding what the makers of this client were searching for all this time. Given all of this, as well as the cryptic messages in the description and tags, we can start to piece together a story of someone who went missing, someone who was spending less and less time with their group of friends, uploading these clips but not responding to any messages. But we still don't know what they were searching for, what the point of this client actually is. For that, we have to watch the video Act 2.
That's the video. That's the video from the start that we watched, bro.
Ready? Because this is where things get really, really interesting.
How long's it been? 2 years? 3? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, boys, bro.
I'll spend 2
Oh no.
years
Get a better mic.
or however many it takes to make you a perfect game. That's where all this time has gone. All this effort. I'm realizing your vision. You know, I remember every little conversation we had playing. All the little things you wanted changed. What would make things more enjoyable? I wished so badly to make it all come true for you, but I didn't know how. But now I do. I have the ability. I've changed so much. You would have loved it. But you'll never get to see it.
I feel like I'm getting touched right now.
Bro, what?
I feel assaulted, bro.
And not letting this effort go to waste. I know in my heart you would have loved what I've built. And I need someone, something, to experience that love if you cannot.
If we ignore the horrific creeper pig creepypasta looking thing in the background, this
I didn't
audio
even
tells
notice
us
that.
something. For one, it fully confirms that this isn't some ordinary Minecraft client. It's a developer making a game for someone that they lost. Hence the "you'll never hear this" message. Apparently, they've been working on this game for years. Whoever owns this channel lost someone dear to them and is making a promise to us that they'll make the perfect game they always wanted, even if that person isn't around to see it themselves. The final line, though, is ominous. Someone or something will experience this game, even if the loved one isn't around to do so. The implications of this are dark, though despite that, we're starting to understand everything that we've seen in a different light, and so begins the rest of Act 2. The next video begins with the same sun we saw at the end of one of the previous videos, and a player holding a music disc. We enter a house and read some signs.
Hello,
here's a first look at my upcoming Minecraft mod.
No way, bro. Tried to read that.
Yes, I
What a
did.
guy.
I tried to read it, man. It's fine.
It has all new textures for the blocks you love, but not only that, I promise that everything will be changed. Stay tuned for more, and I'll show you. By the end, you'll find that this feels like a whole new world. And you'd be right. I made it just for you. Can you discover the wonders and face the dangers of the new world? I hope so. I know so. Let's do it together. The person we're watching climbs up the stairs and plays the disc.
If you're enjoying the video, then please consider subscribing.
Okay.
I don't think that's...
Okay. You know, you have to subscribe now. Now you have to subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, I don't think that's the seat.
Okay.
A lot of people watch these videos through but never end up subscribing, so I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe. It does really mean a lot. Thank you so much, and here's the actual audio of the disc.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Right. I wish you could
Well,
see
get a
it.
better mic already.
Okay,
It's been
what the?
so long.
Wait, what? What do you mean see it?
I know you'd appreciate the world I've built for you. I took in everything you've ever said to me and made it happen. You know, I really got caught up in that speech back there. You'd know if you read it. Sometimes I convince myself that you're the one playing. If only. But I've accepted your absence, and this creates a new problem. Shh. Shh.
I wasn't even talking.
A solution, like always. This game wasn't built to be played alone. You'll see.
What?
What the?
No, I don't want to see.
tells us
I
that
don't want to
whoever
see.
was working-
No. No, I don't want to see.
Yeah.
Keep that guy hidden. I don't give a. I don't want to see that guy.
Yo.
No, 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 no.
Chill.
No, what do you mean I'll see?
May have finally finished. They created a world for the person they lost, taking in every detail they ever mentioned, making it a reality. But they also say some very strange things. Sometimes
So they
I
also mentioned
pretend
this.
that you're
guess.
the one playing, and this game
They must have been
wasn't
sick in the head or something. What the hell,
built
bro?
to be played alone.
stop
It's
that.
the same kind of message as what we heard before, that this person is so devastated by the loss of the one they made this client for that they will force someone else to play in that person's place. There's just one more missing piece of this story, one more detail to connect this audio to everything else we've seen in Act 1 that will explain everything. The weird loose ends, the strange images, and Chester's entire arc. All we need to finally get it.
We love
is
Chester,
this
bro.
Next video.
Bro.
Being honest, this is the one thing I don't know how you'd feel about. I mean, it's not your idea. That's really a first for this project. It feels wrong, almost. It feels like disrespect. I had my own ideas. But I know you'd understand. They exist in the world. They'll, you can leave and come back, and they'll be right where you left them. And that's.
He forgot.
That bothers me. People have lives beyond the screen. They have houses, rooms, other places to go, and they will log off. They always do. But they have nowhere to go, except for.
Huh?
Except for what?
Except for someone.
I told you to be worth it.
What?
It's almost just like the real thing.
Yo. The door
Those
broke.
were only a few excerpts, but you get the idea. Interwoven into the gaps of this dialogue is footage from this alternate Minecraft. The
What the
final
fuck?
scene is by far the most significant, an indicator that something else is alive in this world. Something alive that the person who the creator is doing this for may not have approved of. And with that, now we know the truth. The channel Snippets tells its story in fragments, but finally, I think we can piece it back together. The story is that of a developer who lost someone dear to him. The way he says shh makes it seem like he's comforting a child, and maybe that's also who he lost. His son, who always spoke of wanting to play an exciting version of the game, wanting to experience
Ooh, he's making sense. Yo.
I mean, yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
a new reality.
It actually makes sense, but what the
maybe
hell is
he
wrong with the
didn't
kid?
have enough
What do you mean?
Bro, the kid wants like these pigs to attack him when he plays.
Brother,
Gang.
it's a kid! It's a kid! What do you want?
Gang, I don't give a damn.
What?
I don't give a damn.
Dang!
The
Time
kid
left to
literally wants to be in hell with what?
Shut your
Toothpaste,
mouth! That's probably.
toothpaste llamas. I am not.
Shut
That kid
your-
is not okay.
Shut your mouth.
so his
I'm glad
father,
that kid
the
died.
developer,
I
What?
don't know
What? That's insane!
everything
I don't even know what he would have
Just
wanted.
shut your mouth!
he
Nah.
possibly could to create it for him. But before he could finish, he lost his son. He lost his purpose for working. Everything that he created would
Yeah, he
never
wanted
be
this.
played by the only one that he did it for. And in his devastation, he couldn't handle this reality. He was too distraught over the loss. Someone had to experience this game in his son's place so he could feel what it would be like and almost pretend that it was his son actually playing. So he began working. He spent hours and hours more, dreaming of a client that could be played forever. His friends tried to talk him out of it, to get his attention, but he was too far gone. He was stuck in this dream world, this pipe dream that he had created.
He put his son inside Minecraft?
When did he say that?
Like, you know, it says the world is alive, right? And his
Yeah.
son is basically dead. So he might have done like some FNAF stuff. And he just put his
FNAF
dead son
stuff.
inside.
What do you mean, my guy?
You know,
Bro,
like
did
how
not
Billy
just
Mack-
say FNAF stuff.
Shut up. I'm making sense here, okay?
Shut
The
up.
viewers will agree.
You shut up.
You know,
He made a deal with a god of death, a deal that allowed
told
him
you.
to harness the power to put living things inside of his game, living
I told you.
things that would
Shut your
never
mouth.
leave, never go somewhere else because they had nowhere else to go, and that finally made it complete. These things would play his game for eternity, just like his son.
See? It's not the son, it's the
Never
players.
could. That's why you can hear
Man.
the sound of
You
a
were close,
beating
you were close.
heart in the background of all these clients. That's why we never get to know Chester's real name or hear from him again. It's because he was taken in, captured by the client. Those loose ends were captures that didn't succeed. Mick and Dante couldn't be taken in, but Chester could. He found the heart of this client successfully, and before he knew it, it was too far gone. Stranded in this client so he'd be stuck playing it forever, just like the developer's son never could. Forever trapped in this alternate world. For the developer to watch and pretend that it's his son playing, pretend that it's his son experiencing the game he tried to give him, even though deep down he knows it will never be the same. The final 3 videos on this channel do little to
There's still
advance
3
the
more.
story. One
Yeah.
is a 1,000 subscriber special, while the other 2 are strange showcases of this client, a PvP test, and whatever this is. For now, that's all the channel has, and while I like the idea of its story, it's really all speculation on my end. There's a lot of things we have yet to answer, like the true nature of these alternate dimensions and what exactly the weird images actually meant, and so much more that I really just can't do it alone. Snippets remains one of, if not the most confusing story I think I've ever seen. So now I hand it off to you watching to solve the mystery. Join the Discord with your theories, leave any comments with what you think this all means, and maybe one day we can solve this weird living game.
What the hell? Hold on, did he just show back?
and for all? Peace
Yeah.
out. Have a good one. I'll
W guy, bro. W
W.
guy. W five.
Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema, chat.
I mean,
Subscribe
chat.
to him, bro.
Don't you notice how